Hi, I'm Tracy Radley and welcome to Transmission Tuesday Light Language Healing Activation, helping you on your Ascension journey. Happy to have you here with me this week. Apologies, I'm a day late. For those that saw my feed on Instagram and Facebook would have known I wasn't going to get my video out on time because I've been dealing with some pretty deep and intense grief and loss from a lot of lifetimes, and I've just needed to hold space for myself the past few days, hence rescheduling some clients and stuff like that. So there's been a lot of solar flare activity. The sun's been giving us some beautiful waves of deep triggers and clearing, along with some other planetary alignments that have been influencing our own process. So if you've been in that and experiencing it physically, mentally and emotionally, you're not on your own, but we were ready and we were prepared to do some big karmic clear out, some big past life programs, and all sorts of stuff have been coming up for people, and I've been right in there with you. So it's been really important to create your own space to allow yourself to heal and come back into alignment, as I've been doing. So I'm glad that all my pieces are almost back together from the big purging that I've been doing myself. And there's been layers of that I've been calling in consciously because I've known some things have needed to change. But again, like everything else, you have to wait till the right time when the deeper levels of you are ready to let it go. And obviously this last weekend has been that time, and I actually knew that was the time it was going to happen. Therefore, the last few months have been really leading me up to that moment, and it couldn't have happened any sooner. If you're feeling similar, it happens at the time it's ready to happen. So I'm going to send through some light language now to help us with that integration if you've been going through some big releases. Like I said, so as a collective we've actually been doing it, and obviously individually we've had our own stuff within that as well. So I'm going to do some stuff now to help you integrate and bring you back into a space with a bit more love and light in there. Any remnants we can move out at the moment that you're ready to kind of drop off those layers as well. So if you want to close your eyes and open your heart, I'll bring that through for you. Kisia miyakura sansele sambedo sonsa samake shunta susamake kiwala sambade de kura sonsa makashuta susamake sante kiwala su asasamakasu wala sense semikitota tawala sense selikitota susamakashunta sanselekatanta makura sonsaluka sumbade de sonsa samakashunte siwala kuda sonsa samakasumate de sonsa samakashunte mikura sonsaluka suwan sansalakeshunta masu samaka shunta sun samake sun sasanamaka shunta masu sasamake shunta sun sasamake tata sun samake kewala sun saluka sun sha malua sanse siwala sun samaka sheti tutaka sun sasanaka shawala sun sanse ituta sun salake sunse siwala hula sunse siwaluha sante shiwala sun suwala sun bade de santa shante shashi Mio sansa sakare sense semike shunta shawala sanse siwala sun saloka sun salaka shunte siya masu salake sun salake shunta masu sasamake tuta shunte sense mesu sasanike sisi simiki santa suwala ka sunta shunta sanike shunta sumeki kiwala sun samaka shunta masu salake sunta Mehu sasamake shunta suwala sense iluka sunse siwala sunsa samake tota sunsamake shunte wiola sunsamake tota susamake shunta shuala se tota sunsamake tota kusanse hiwala sunsamaka shunte sensa samake tota masu salaka sunse simake sunsa samake shunta shume sense siwala sunsalaka salawase siwala se ituta sun samaka shunta suamaka sun salake shunta tawala sun salaka sumaka sense salake sunta shun samaka sunsa masu sasamaka shunta shunte sonaka sunsa huwala sun samake shunta huwala sunsa salake sunsa mesu sase siwala sunse siwala su utata sun salaka sumate te tutaka shunta suwala sante siwala sunsa salawa sun salaka shunta no te sun samake tuta mio sun sansa hetota sun sansa hetata sanse hita huwala sun salake shunta sasamiki tuta sun halala se samiki tuta mashala se susamakada de sun sanakeda sasamaka shunte Hilawa sun sasanake tota kashana sa semiki teta san haneseni hitata sun sasanakala hanakanana nekoda hansanakanaha. Okay, there's the transmission for you. Just allow that one to go through. If you're watching this at a later stage, it will still work for you too, so just watch it as many times as you're guided to. Any comments, pop them below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. What else is there? If you're having some challenges and with the awakening process, some things you just can't seem to see the higher perspective of, and you feel like you're stuck in a downward spiral, or you're just not going anywhere, or you can't control the emotions, or whatever it is that's coming up for you, and you feel in alignment to me, please reach out for support if you're interested in some private mentoring, and I'll be able to see if there's an alignment there and we can move through. The details are below if you want to send me an email. For those that are on my subscriber list, I sent out yesterday an email saying if anyone's still interested in the 50-minute full light language recording that I have. It's a fundraiser that I did for the projects, the volunteer projects I have in Nepal, and the funds are almost due for that project, so we haven't quite met the target yet for this year's supply. So if you're interested, the details are below. 50% of the proceeds fund this project directly. There's no administration cost, nothing like that. Everything's voluntarily done. It's just paying for materials for school supplies and stuff like this. So if you're interested, the links for purchasing that are below. So when you're obviously tuning into that, you're making a shift for yourself, the collective, and the funds, instead of me taking it all, it's actually going forward to other people in other countries to support them on a physical level. So we're all paying it forwards. Anything else? Okay, just getting told to tell you, be in integrity, be clear and honest with people. Okay, this is coming in quite strong. There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment where we're really needing to speak our truth, but we have to make sure we're coming from a clear space within ourselves first. It's important to have our own boundaries, but it's the way that we're putting it across. So we need to be clear and true with ourselves. Are we being respectful to ourselves while also sharing that boundary in a respectful way as well? We're still educating and being the leader and uplifting people by placing our boundaries and not actually belittling them or pushing them back or pushing them down or telling them they're wrong when there's any blame attached to it. So just be mindful when you're wanting to come from a place of truth and integrity. Be mindful of the way you put it across, that you're not placing blame, you're not pushing somebody else down. We don't realize we're doing that all the time, but sometimes it can come across that way. So just have a little bit of self-reflection before you go down that journey and take those actions to be in a clear space of truth. Okay, I think that was the message that I had to get through. Hopefully I'll catch you again next Tuesday on time this time, but who knows, we'll see what lines up and what the cosmos sends through for us to deal with. Reminder, we're still in the Mercury retrograde, so people from the past and situations from the past, what we thought we dealt with and were all done and dusted, are still coming up. We're still resolving deeper layers of these issues, so just be mindful that is happening. Don't read too much into it, but allow the process to unfold and to release in its own time. Okay, just be aware. That's all you need to do. Aware and observe. Okay, sending you love. Catch you soon. Bye.